Hello everybody and welcome to the Sovereign Village Project. Microgreens are increasingly popular for small-scale commercial growers and farmers because they're easy to grow, they can be grown in very small spaces, and they have a high ROI, and they're basically a high dollar product. However, many of them are grown in kind of nutrientless conditions, often without any soil and under lights. And that doesn't really fit with our permaculture framework here on the farm, so we don't grow them as a commercial crop, but they're an integral, crucial part of our homestead because we like to seed everything really heavily. Right here we've got our winter crops, we've got radishes, and we've got turnips, and we have lettuce coming up, and kale's starting to come up. And we seed very heavily when we do so because we just want to ensure really good germination, and seeds are cheap or free if you're saving your own seeds, so it costs so little to plant things a little extra thick, and then just, you thin them out as they start to get bigger. But when we thin them out, we get microgreens grown in real soil, packed full of nutrition, and absolutely delicious. A lot of these are radishes and turnips, and they have a really fun zing that just adds so much to dishes. We put these in sandwiches, we put them in everything. Sandwiches, soups, chilies, hash browns in this morning. These are going to be eaten for breakfast this morning. Salads, of course. They go in absolutely everything, and they're so tasty and so full of nutrition. These things will change your health. But it also solves the problem of needing to thin out this garden to get really good germination. As you can see, a lot of these need pulled right now, and as I go through, I pull large bunches of them out usually. My hands are full, so it's a little difficult right now, but it just takes me a couple minutes to get a big handful of food. And what's really cool about this is that you actually get a crop just days after planting. So I would say it's been probably about a week since we planted this spot, and here we are already eating every single day from it. So that's really fun when it's early spring, like March, and the frost hasn't even hit yet, and you plant some of these cold hardy seedlings, and you start eating your crop in before the frost date. I mean, that's really fun for me to be able to start eating my fresh food right away, just days after planting. So I think this is kind of the part of everybody's farm. We should all be doing this. So many crops make really tasty microgreens, and you can go on DuckDuckGo or any search engine and find lots of lists of things that work well for microgreens. Pretty much every crop we do, we eat the greens if they're possible. So I encourage you to try it out. Eat a crop just days after planting, and it also helps you pay attention to your garden and be out there every single day, because if you know you're going to get a crop out of it, you're more likely to go spend time in the garden. And it helps you stay on top of that thinning, because we've often let things get out of control, and then with root crops they get too crowded and they don't do very well. So plant real heavy, sow as thickly as you can, and then just harvest those microgreens and enjoy them in everything. Highly recommend it, everybody. Alright, in the meantime, stay safe, be well, and happy homesteading.